Hi guys, welcome to Next Step with Cherry. So I am so excited today because we are going to be talking about free studies and also opportunity to move abroad without paying tuition, without worrying about tuition, and just go with your family to study these programs that are available. So one thing I'm excited about is that these vocational schools or this training that are available, they don't have tuition fee, and also the fact that you can be able to move with your family. But things have changed. Some of the application process is now different from what we know about before, and now you have to really compete for it, and you have to really like put in your all for you to be able to get that admission acceptance letter. Yes, so we are going to see two vocational schools in Finland that are currently open, and they have it's more or less like two courses that are currently open right now, and they don't charge application fee. One thing that they do focus on is number one, your Duolingo test. You need to have Duolingo at least 85 points above. I know that it's very easy to get. I mean, 100 or so is very easy to get. But there is something that they have changed. This two vocational school now requires you to do a test. So for the first one, they require you to do what they call personality test, and also like a verbal test and also numerical test. So this is more or less like ethic test. I think it's going to change afterwards with other vocational schools. It's not just going to be motivation letter, motivation video, but it will, like, there will be more competition and also more selection criteria. Then the second vocational school, this one is, yes, their test is gonna be like mathematics, geometry, physics, and something else like that. So you see that they are really changing, and this they have to get like the best of the best. So I need you to be very prepared when you are applying for these schools, and then to be able to get to the interview stage. Yes, once you are done with the test and you pass the test, then you can, by God's grace, get your interview link where you can now do your interview. So once you are done with your interview, you will now be praying for acceptance letter. Last year, a lot of people got this Riveria Vocational School, which is number one that we are going to talk about. And then the other vocational school, Saki Vocational School as well, which we are going to see on my laptop. I'm going to show you all the details, things that you can do, how you can do your motivation video. Remember that your motivation video, you need to upload it to somewhere and get the link. So you use the link and then paste it on your application form. Sorry, make sure you send the link to someone first to see if the person can see those videos before you can post it, because sometimes people post private videos and then you'll not be able to see the person that is talking, so it disqualifies you. So make sure you get the link and make sure that someone help you to view the video. Please make sure that you are very confident in your video. Please don't be reading like this and doing like this. Make sure you're very confident in what you're saying. Make sure you've written it down, you've understood it, maybe if you've crammed it, and then you can be able to talk about it boldly. Speak very clear so that they will understand what you're saying. So these are the 2 points I wanted to mention. Then for the test, it depends on you. You can review a little bit of your high school degree, high school, secondary school, mathematics, and so on. You can do a little bit of review before you go forward with that, or verbal test as well before you go forward with that. So guys, without wasting time, let us go to my laptop. But before then, please subscribe, share this video, share with your friends, share in your groups, share with all your friends, your family that want to study abroad for free. Now exchange rate is very high, so any opportunity we have to study abroad for free, we have to give it our all. This is not the time, oh, I cannot do it, it's very hard. No, if it is very hard, then you need to have the money for you to be afford those ones that are easy. So I think it's time for us to give it our all and try as much as possible to share this information with others. Click the like button. Let us go to my laptop. Hi guys, so the very first one we're going to look at is Riveria Vocational School. So it's going to start tomorrow, 15th of February, and then it's going to close on 29th of February. You will see the apply button when it starts. So let's go down to see what they need. Please read this content very well so that you understand about this particular study, because it will help you when you are talking about your motivation video. Who can apply for these studies? You have to be at least 18 years and above. You need to have high school certificate or general school certificate, and you need to have your Duolingo test. You need to have good IT skills. They usually ask this during your interview. They will ask you, do you have IT skills, and how have you used IT skills? You can talk about Excel, Microsoft Word. You can talk about PowerPoint presentation if you are good with that, and so on and so forth. And then physical and mental condition to study and work as a practical nurse. You know that practical nurse is different with cooking. It has to do with a lot of things, and they also mention that below. So if they have multiple programs that are open, you are only accepted to apply just for one. So you cannot apply for two or more if they have multiple English program open. So the language requirement, you need to have minimum of 85 points in your Duolingo. A lot of people get 100 and something, so I'm not really worried about this Duolingo test. Then another one is that you need to submit your high school certificate or general school living certificate. Then they also have health requirements, so you need to check if you fall under any of their restriction thing, and then that means you cannot apply to that. And you need to be very honest and truthful, because they will find out as well if you fall under this and you still went ahead and applied. Then here is the application procedure. It is detailed one step at a time. So the first thing is for you to get your Duolingo test. You need to have at least 85 points above, and then you get your certificate. Please read and see if you need to save Riveria School, you see, or your Duolingo test. Choose Riveria School and save the certificate to attach your application. Not by email, you must pay for the test yourself. So the second one is that you need to record a video, a motivation video. This is very important. A lot of people make mistake about this. In this video, you need to speak clearly. You need to be bold, and you don't need to be reading from somewhere and you look frightened, something like that. You need to be very bold. If you are reading from your laptop, you need to make it look like you are not reading from your laptop. So you need to start by introducing yourself. You can tell them, why did you choose this program, this training, why in Finland? What are your expectations? I think it's not well ordered. I think one is, why do you choose this program? Why do you like this training? What are your expectations from this training? What kind of challenges you might find studying and living abroad? I have said this before. One thing is the weather challenge, which is very cold. Another is language barrier. How are you going to solve this? So you give them the problem, you give them the solution, what you think the solution will be. And then the third is, adapting to a new environment, making friends, and so on and so forth. So you can as well explain that to them. And then another one is what kind of job and where do you dream of after studies? In this case, you can even tell them if you want to go ahead for your bachelor's degree so that you can get your license, which will now offer you a more opportunity to work as a licensed nurse either in Finland or in your home country. So you can go ahead and tell them if you want to just use your vocational training to find a work, to at least get a work experience in Finland before you go back to your home country to get your license, something like that. So you need to explain to them. So you need to attach certificate of your previous education and employment, as well as Duolingo test. So the employment certificate, remember that is not a reference letter. It needs to have a letter heading of your company. It needs to be signed and stamped. It needs to certify that you are working in this company. It needs to have your daily tasks, what you do in that company or in the hospital. So if you've worked in the hospital as a caregiver, you can also get it from there as well. So here are the student selection criteria. This one is very new. So once you've applied and the application is okay, you have your application, your motivation link, because the motivation video, after doing it, like I say, you need to upload it somewhere, get the link. You then paste the link in the application form. So once they check everything and everything is valid, they will send you a link for an online aptitude test. So this is a personality questionnaire where they will get to know you more. They will get to know you by your choices. For example, they will ask you if problem happen, what will you do? Maybe avoid it, or tell others, or talk to your manager, something like that, just to know what you will do in situations, ethics, and so on. And then they also have verbal tests and as well as numerical tests. That is more of technical test, I guess, and also like mathematical related tests. So once you pass this test, they will go over to the online interview. This is where they will ask you about your IT skills. They will ask you, why do you choose Finland? What are you expecting in this program? Is also more or less of the motivation video, and also for you to get to know about the school, Finland, and also the studying process as well. So once the application starts, if you have all these documents, you can apply for this, and then you can do your online aptitude test and wait for the interview. I hope that this works out for you guys. Now the second one that we have is Saki Vocational School. Saki Vocational School is open as of today, 14th of February, and this is for welding. They have the work of platter welder, so the application is open for platter welder, that is in mechanical engineering. So if you have anybody that is in platter welding or a welder or mechanical engineering, production technology, they can apply for this, or anybody that is interested in it, so you can apply for this. So you can read this. Please read this very carefully, because that is where you will answer why you want to choose this program, what you're expecting from this program, and so on and so forth. So read this part very, very well. And then when you go down, you will see about the program is going to start on 2nd of September and is going to be 2 to 3 years. There are 18 places available. Please, I want one of us from here. I want 1 or 2 people to get this. Please, I want you to get this. So here is you have to fill the application form here. You can click it, but let's go down and see who can apply. So it's also the same thing as Riveria. I think they copy and paste. It's also the same thing as Riveria Vocational School. You have to have high school certificate, good command of English, good IT skill, physical and mental condition to work and study as a mechanical engineer, and so on and so forth. So let's go to the application procedure. The number one is also to make motivation video. So this motivation video, they also explain, introduce yourself in few words. Why do you wish to study this training, and why in Finland? Are there aspects why studying in Finland will be easy for you? So in this regard, you can tell them that one, the good thing is that the study is done in English, maybe starts in English and then proceeds with intensive Finnish language. And also the class is small, that is 18 students, which will help you to learn better, and also help the teacher to reach out to all the students to understand the student learning capability. And also the fact that there will be practical, where you have to visit industries, and that will help you to put what you've learned to practice, something like that. That is something that makes it easy for you to learning theoretically, and also the possibility of learning practically. What kind of challenges you might face is also the same thing that I've mentioned. So once you have made this video, you get the link, upload on YouTube or Google link or Dropbox or anywhere you can copy links, and then you get the link of this video. Please make sure you share it with your friends so they see if they can view that video before you submit. Then you take Duolingo test as well, which is 85 points. You can use the same one you use for Riveria for this one. And then you get the certificate. Please, you have to choose Savo Vocational School and save the certificate as well. So attachment and certificate for your application, you need to attach your certificate of studies, that is your WAEC or your high school certificate, and then your work certificate as well, like I mentioned earlier, link to your motivation video and Duolingo certificate, because once you apply, you cannot re-edit it. So you need to get all these things, and you come here, click here, and then apply. Once you are done, they will send you a link to take a preliminary test. This test will measure applicants in the following areas: mathematics, physics, geometry, and logical reasoning. So that is what the test will contain. So once you do the test and you pass the test, it must be done before 21st of February. If you pass the test, then they will call you for an interview. So the interview as well will be more or less like asking you why you choose this program, and so on and so forth. So you need to prepare for it. You can search on YouTube, interview for vocational training, and get more insights when they send you a link for that. And here are the student selection. Is basically for your application, interview, language test, and then the exam that you are going to write. So we emphasize motivation, language skill, work experience, and future plans in the field. See this place. See this place is very, very important for you to talk about it, whether in your interview or in your motivation video, your future plans. If you want to work in Finland, if you want to get that experience in Finland, if you want to contribute in that sector of mechanical welding, if you want to get that professional experience and education experience and then go back to your home country, you need to be very clear with your plan in your motivation video. So guys, with that, we come to the end of this video. Please apply. I want you to get this letter of acceptance, and I wish you guys good luck in your application. Please share this video with your friends in your groups, and see you guys on my next video. Bye.